of like Florida, since it's a tourist spot. They have a lot of people that come down from the Northeast, so you're okay. And I really don't know where everybody is from here, so I'm just trying to generalize where you may be. But the country dance industry, if you really and truly want to get into the country dance industry, there's a few ways of going about it. First of all, you're going to have to do your homework, because it's just not collecting music. You probably first start out having a ballroom type of history. I don't know, if you know what a cha-cha is, or a West Coast swing is, or an East Coast swing, or a two-step. If you know what a foxtrot is, you'll know what a two-step is. I mean, ballroom was first, country followed, but the steps may be called different, but they're the same thing. A swing is a swing, a waltz is a waltz, you know, and a foxtrot is almost a two-step, and cha-cha is a cha-cha. It may be just formed a little bit different with a few different moves, but nevertheless it's the same thing. And I think that once you understand what those dances are, or steps are, you're a lot further along than when you first started. Now, you know, every song that you play, you can do a different dance. Now, the best thing I would say is if there's any local country dance clubs in your area, I would go and frequent them, try to take some notes exactly what they're doing, and try to pick up that way. Are there any schools for that? No, there really isn't. There are like dance instructors that have dance lessons at local schools during the year. There are VFWs and other places that might have country dance lessons, which might give you a little idea, but probably the best thing that you can do is go into a country dance club, taking notes, and trying to start there. Or, if you know a country DJ, have them tutor you and join their company, and that might be another way. Also, during the summer, especially, there's a lot of calls for VFWs and places like that. They are looking to do a country themed night. It's good money, it's extra work. You know, your way of learning or trying to become a country DJ, go on Facebook, go on Twitter. Make sure that you put down that you can do country music. Go solicit. Tell people that you're doing country, and hopefully that you get some phone calls, and that is the way, because every time you are seen doing something like that, guaranteed you're going to be a lesser known. There's not that many people doing it out there, and you're going to probably end up getting all the jobs. It's the easiest way to do it. Do I have any questions out there so far? Anybody have any questions about it? Nobody? Okay. Has anybody out there, does anybody do any country line dancing out there? Do you go to any country dance clubs, and do you do any country line dancing? Where do you go?
We don't actually have a club, but I do country line dancing just about every. I teach country line dancing in the gym.
Okay, where are you from? Okay. Okay. Anybody else out there? Okay. Anybody else out there? No?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you have to consider, be a teacher as well in dancing? Would they expect you to be a line dancing teacher? Because I don't know if I'd necessarily be right for that.
That's a really good question. If you want to become a country DJ, probably the best thing that you can do, if you're not a dancer yourself, find yourself a country dance instructor. This way you're adding an extra touch to it. Somebody calls you up and say, "Hi, I'm doing a country event. I need some line dance lessons and I need a DJ. Can you help me out?" You have a dance instructor already and you can DJ. And if the dance instructor is already a dance instructor, I'm sure the person, whether it's a man or a lady, can actually help you out a little bit of determining, what to play. And the more you do it, the better off you're going to be. And it's really good. You could do that, incorporating yourself. Tuesday night, I play at a place called Coyote Maverick in Danbury, and girl came up to me and she says, having a party on Saturday, I need a dance instructor. The first thing I say is, do you need a DJ? And she said, no, we were going to have a DJ. So it was in Ringwood, New Jersey. Now, that's probably a good hour and 15, 20 minutes. And I now have about 10 dance instructors that work for me and a few country DJs. And I ended up just booking it separately. And the dance instructor ended up getting $250 for really an hour's work. So it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was an hour's drive for them, but they made $250, so it was pretty good. Yes?
Do you find that there's a trend or an evolution of the line dancing nowadays? I mean, it seems like in our area, we're from the Midwest, Ohio actually, the Cleveland market, and it seems like it's sort of hit a brick wall where the stuff that, we don't do a ton of line dances, country line dances, but the stuff that they're asking for now is stuff they've been asking for the last 10 years.
Okay, in the 90s, I mean, it was like a tremendous wave of country dancing happening from like 92 with Achy Breaky to maybe about 1997, 98. I mean, it was just a lot of places that was opening up, and a lot of dances were being created. Now, there was a company called Country Club Enterprises out of Nashville, Tennessee, and they had started their own DJ pool. And what they did is they were distributing country dance music and country music, plus they were having choreographers choreographing dances and sending all over the country. And it was such a really big wave. And then all of a sudden, 1997, 1998, it just hit a wall and stopped. And you know, Nashville kind of like changed their thinking a little bit to more slower music and, you know, cha-chas. And to me, it was really boring music. And there was a lull in country dancing for about 10 years, which everything started dropping off. And I'd say in the last 4 or 5 years, it's starting to come back again because of the crossover nature. And there's a lot of dances out there. When I started, now, just to bring that up, you know, we were playing older country music, and I say older country music, I'm saying 1990s, I'm not saying 80s or 70s, because basically never played that in country dance, and basically it was all 90s stuff. And now, when I started Coyote Maverick over 2.5 years ago, I was playing older music. As of a year and a half ago, I'm playing all brand new stuff. My clientele went from ages from 40 to 60 to now 21 to 30. I mean, and we're making more money, and they're having more fun, and we're playing top 40 country music, and I do mix in other music too. And that seems to be the formula. You know, because a lot of times, you know, you'll say country music, and you'll get that face, you know. Country music is not boring. I mean, there can be a lot of energy, and I think it really becomes the DJ. If the DJ can be innovative and they can start mixing music in there and making it exciting, and telling your dance instructors to teach exciting dances, you got a really hot club. And we're in Denver, and again, you wouldn't think, but Coyote Maverick probably has the most energy than any other club in Danbury. And it's only because these kids are crazy and they'll dance the whole night long. I've created like the Hell in the Cell set, and I can't even tire them out. They just keep going on and on and on. So yeah, you know, it might have had a lull, but I'd say in the last 5 years it is steamrolling again. And I only foresee probably another 4 or 5 years of it steamrolling even. You know, but again, there's always peaks and valleys. It will peter out somewhere down the line. But, you know, this is probably the best time for you to get involved in country, make extra money, and not only that, you really learn a lot more about music. You know, once you start learning about, you know, swings and cha-chas and things like that, not only can you get in country, you can get into Latin, you can get in the ballroom, and there's still a market for that too. And that means more money, and everybody will just keep working more. Any other questions out there?
We're in the Valley market, 2 hours north of New York City. We're having extremely hard time finding dance instructors.
Where are you in Hudson Valley? Okay, we're not that far from there.
Right, that's what I said.
Right. There are instructors there.
How do you network to find your instructors?
Okay. My wife has come up with a a marketing. I mean, she markets for me. She has, in fact, Lika, why don't you tell them exactly what you've done to market our product?
She doesn't do mic either, so.
No, I don't do mics. I do everything around it. I started by taking, well, Coyote Maverick, when we started Coyote Maverick in Denver, it was like, they wanted to do a country club. We wanted the place to be a country line dance club. And I started by taking pictures. Alan was playing twice a week. Every Tuesday and Friday, I took about 200 pictures each time. I go around the room, shows, so mostly pictures. People love seeing themselves on the dance floor, line dancing, moving around, just having fun, and looking at them, and I put them on Facebook every Wednesday morning and every Saturday morning when I wake up. Pictures do a lot. If I see a comment every Wednesday morning, oh, looks like a fun place, I should go there, I did my deed. I'm happy. We have a country, it's called the Cowboy Beat. It's a country website. It's all about our country events, our country calendar. It's about a few articles about country musicians or whatever I put in there, but mostly it's Alan's Gazette, which I named the dance gazette, of course. It's about our events. Basically, I'm pushing it, not to mention Facebook. You open groups. On Facebook, there are groups of line dancers. On Hudson Valley, I'm sure there are groups of instructors and line dance, all kind of groups. Basically, you have to go into the market, just Google on Facebook and start type country. Type country and Hudson Valley. Type country, Hudson Valley, Poughkeepsie. You'll see everything popping up. And you just have, and pictures do a lot. And then they are online, and they share them, and they see themselves. And then one person brings more and more people, and he brings his classroom, and he brings his college. And country is very in with the young kids now. It's not hokey, it's not what it used to be. You see young kids who basically used to listen to rap. I have nothing against rap. But those kids haven't changed. They still listen to other music at home. Like, hey, country, I love country. Go to a country concert, 70,000 people, Kenny Chesney or Jason Aldean. Where were these kids before? They're not, it's in. So while it's in, grab the iron while it's hot. And they are in, every area has a different country music lover, a country dance lover demography. It's different. Danbury and Stafford is more urban. You see by the way they dress, they talk, by the way they address country, by the way they dance. When you go to the valley, Sonia, Milford, they still like country music. They will do country, but it's, again, different demographic. But that's okay. They all meet under one umbrella, the same song, and maybe the same dance, and they will do the same thing. And there are country, there are line dance newsletters, I'm sure you're aware. Line dance newsletter where there's a lady, that's her job, she writes a newsletter about all the dances in the world, all the events. We do country dance cruises. Every year we have over 100 people on our country dance cruise. All they do is cruise, they dance, they take their families, and a couple of hours during the week, they have dance lessons. That's basically what we do.
Yeah, if you need any information, you can just email or give us a call. We probably could hook you up with a couple of dance instructors.
If you are a DJ, sorry, I'm going to talk about my pet project, which I started at Coyote Maverick. We had one or two instructors, and one of them left, and we didn't like the other one, and we didn't think, we must never forget, we work for a club. Since we work for the club, we want the club to make money. So we want these people to come, dance, and drink and eat. So I decided I'm going to have a pet project. Although I don't dance personally toward ACL, I gathered the whole group of young kids, kids meaning 20 plus, they all have a little dance background. Some of them teach ballet, some of them teach Zumba, some of them teach jazzercise, but some kind of dance background. And we said, do you want to be a line dance instructor and not just fly-by-night London? Do you want to teach line dance? So we started giving them workshops, explaining to them the terms, how they should teach the line dance class, how not to lose the crowd, how to address the crowd, teach a fun dance, get everybody going, they get paid, the club makes money, and we're happy and we get to work there. And this group, it's a very nice group, and they're all very eager to learn line dancing, and they love country, and it works. It's working fine. So we have a whole, like all these, like your question in Iowa, it's new dance instructors, new kids. Every week they teach 1 or 2 dances. They learn, they go on YouTube, they go to the choreographer site, and it's new. We have all these new line dances now all of a sudden, and new songs, and new blood.
Yes.
Obviously, line dancing is popular all over. No matter what genre you're in, there's a line that's ready. The thing about it is that if you know the genre, then you know what song to play, and you know what line dance is going to come from. For us being new in the game, learning more about country line dances, are there any suggestions on the songs? Do you have just like a couple of songs in your head that you can speak to us, or we can actually research and find out those line dances?
There's a couple of different websites on the internet, Copper Knob and Kick It, and they have thousands and thousands of dances, and they will give you the dance and the song. All you gotta do is type in the search, and it'll tell you the song and the dance. Now, just let's say Luke Bryan's Country Girl Shake It For Me. There might be 15 country dances that were choreographed to that song, but nevertheless, you're still playing Country Girl Shake It For Me. There are some other sites, but probably Copper Knob and Kick It. Kick is probably the biggest one. It's KICKIT.
Kickit.com has a page.
KICKIT.com.
Kickit.com. It's a website divided in two. The left side is soccer, the right side is line dancing. When you open the website, the first page you see, it's a list of most dances, right? And then there's another link that says most the requested dance or whatever, and then most. And then some of these lists don't change for years. The most requested dance has been there for years. And every club, somebody is going to ask for it. You can start by the most requested and most danced or most. All these lists will be very useful.
And then there is a daily newsletter called Carol Craven's newsletter, in which she publishes, and like every once a week, she'll put the top dances that were taught during the week over the whole country. And whether or not it applies to you or not, it does give you an idea exactly what's hot, what's not hot, and what you want. Especially if you're brand new to this stuff and you're looking for a dance instructor, and you're really looking, like if you got hired for a mobile show doing this, you gotta stick to beginner dances, real easy beginner dances. Because if you start going to beginner plus intermediate, you're gonna probably lose these people who've never danced before. You want to keep it interesting. I mean, you can go any place and play Cotton Eye Joe because they're teaching them in school. So Cotton Eye Joe is like, that's okay, you can teach it, but most of the kids or most of the people know Cotton Eye Joe now. But there are a lot of beginner dances that you probably should start out with if you're doing a mobile show. And that's probably the key ingredient there. Once you're at the dance clubs, you're playing, you have your own gig at a dance club, depending on the DJ basically controls that club, exactly where you want to take them to go. You want to keep it beginner all the time? That's all they'll be doing all the time is beginner. But you're going to start getting new people in your clubs, and you do want to progress them, because the more challenging the dance, the better off you might be. Because, there's a lot more excitement in a intermediate dance than there may be in like a beginner dance. Like, you know, you can go with an electric slide just to get them to the movement, to know the right from the left and the back and the forth, or something like a bartender stomp, which is another easy dance, is like an electric slide. So, you know, they're easy things to start off with, you know, and you really will. I mean, once you start getting into it, you're going to say, I can't believe that I really like this, but it grows on you. It really does. You know, I can't believe I've been doing this for 22 years as an experiment at El Torito, and, you know, it's really blossomed into a business. And exactly it is a business, because Lika doesn't work, she markets for me, and I, you know, and country has blossomed into more mobile shows. And 2.5 years ago, when I moved to Danbury, it was just me and Lika. And one of the DJs who came with for me, who actually is just like you in the audience, is Bil Murray. Bill, why don't you tell them what happened with you? Now, Bill's been a DJ for 25 years.
How's everybody doing? I'm Bill Murray from West Haven, Connecticut. I started mobile DJing back in 1980. Yeah, I was in the Air Force. And then I got out of it in 84 and never really thought about it until 94 after my children, we started our family. I said I needed some extra income, so the only thing I really know how to do is DJ. So I got back into DJing, hooked up with a few other, networked with a few other DJs, started doing weddings, dances, school dances, stuff like that. Really just, you know, extra money in your pocket, like we all like that. We all like the extra money. And I did that for, God, until 2010. Yeah, when I met Alan, a friend of mine said, we got to go up to this place, Coyote Maverick. It's up in Danbury. It's a country western. I said, country western? I'm not going to play, you know, I'll do the boot scoot and boogie at weddings. I'll play the Cotton Eye Joe, you know, the achy breaky at weddings. I'm getting paid for it. Why not? I went up there. I was totally mesmerized to see over 400 kids, like Alan said, between the ages of 21 and 30, on the dance floor, kicking it up, having a ball. Every song he played, there was a dance to it. And I'm like, every DJ wants a packed dance floor. Come on, right? Am I right? Yeah. We all want a packed dance floor. And country music just, I was like blown away. I just couldn't believe it. And I figured, all right, I can do this, you know? I'll go out, I'll get I'll subscribe to this country song, I'll get that country song. It wasn't working for me. It just, I'm like, what's wrong? All right, I know how to read a crowd. I know this and I know that. I've been doing it this way, and, you know, I can play old-time rock and roll and get the older people out there. I can put the electric slide on, get everybody out there. But when it came to country music, I was lost. I was totally lost. And I'm like, but he just made it look so darn easy. And I wanted to learn this. I wanted to, where can I go with this? And so I started going up to the Coyote every Tuesday and Friday nights and showing a lot of interest. And, you know, when you're, as a DJ, you have other DJs watching, they give you your space. He would invite me up on the stage with him, and, you know, what do you want to know, Billy? Ask me. And he took me under his wing. It was one of the nicest things another DJ has ever done for me. And it's only been a year now. I'm working 3 nights a week doing country. I set aside my Fridays and Saturdays. I do my weddings, parties, still. And what I am finding, I'm able to offer my wedding clients country music, dance instructors. We have, with Premier Entertainment, the line dance group that we have with us. And, you know, I'll tell Lika, I need a dance instructor and 4 dancers. Can you set me up for this date? Yes. I go back to my wedding client, I have this to offer at this price. They love it. Now, during the wedding, after the formalities, the dance floor is open, we're going to do some country western. The bride and groom are really into country western. They want everybody else to get into country western. So we're going to do the bartender stomp with them. So we bring the dance instructor out. They show us, basically it's the electric slide with a stomp in there. It's, you know, I'm a little nervous, I'm sorry. And within 15 minutes, everybody in the place is doing the bartender stomp because it's just like the electric slide. And you can do it to Michael Jackson, Rock My World. And I was like, whoa, this is great. You can also do it, Looks and Done. Is that Rock My World also? Yes. That's the country version of the same type of song. Same beat is what it is. But I'm at a wedding, so I play the Michael Jackson. And they incorporated, and they're all doing country music to Michael Jackson. Like Cruise with Nelly, you know, the kids love all that stuff where they incorporated hip-hop and rap into today's country music. And he's been a godsend, and country has been doing really well, but I'm in my infancy stages. Another thing is, you just don't drop the needle or hit the play button, should I say. We don't drop needles anymore. Some of us may do, but you don't just put the song on and just wait for everybody to start dancing. You know how the electric slide is, right? You're at a wedding, you put it on, who's going left, who's going right, and you want everybody to be on beat. So we all start by saying, okay, everybody's going to start on our left foot. 5, 6, 7, 8, and everybody starts at the exact same. That's what country is knowing when to say 5, 6, 7, 8, because we all can count beats in our head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's that 5, 6, 7, 8. People just automatically detect, boom, we're going to step out on that first beat. But that I understood, and I was able, I can do this. But people were like, no, you called it off wrong. I said, no, I didn't. I was 5, 6, 7, 8. I was on the one beat. Yeah, but the lyrics didn't start yet. I went, oh, come on, are you kidding me? Well, country people, they want to dance to this stuff. They want to know when to start, but they need to start at the first word of that lyric on, I'd say, 90% of the songs. So what I've done was, how am I going to do this? I don't know the music. So I sit at home, and I listen to the music in my headphones, and I'm 5, 6, 7, nope, I missed it. And I would do it. And then I was talking, I want to say, either Chris or Adam from Virtual DJ, because I use Virtual DJ at home when I'm out. And they said, well, why don't you just put up a marker, a cue marker, not to cue the song at that point, but as a visual marker for you on the first beat, right before your 8 count. So you can see that when that first beat comes up, that marker comes up, you start in the top of your head, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you pick up the mic and go 5, 6, 7, 8, and everybody's on that beat, and the lyric hits. So it's kind of a visual for me, and that's been helping me. And maybe it will help you if you decide you want to get into this. That's all I got. What's that? Okay.
I know if you want to become a country DJ, and you do know that if you want to go into line dancing country DJ, which is the same thing and different, you have to understand line dancing is comprising mostly, maybe 85% women. And country bars are probably the only place where a woman can go alone and not to be harassed, really. Many bars, many women will not dare going in alone. Even 2 women, they will not dare. There's always fights. I'm not saying there are no fights, country bars, but 1 fight versus 5 fights in a normal bar.
Yeah, it doesn't happen that much.
So really, line dancing is the only entertainment where women can go alone and not be harassed and feel fine and have a drink and go home. Country bars are just okay. Bar, not so good.
And guys, if you learn how to dance, you will become an instant sex symbol out there, and you'll have more women chasing you to dance than you know what to do with.
Alan, I have a few things. And A, by the way, what he just said, he's not kidding. I've been doing it for 3 years now, and not necessarily the sex symbol, but men are scarce in the country industry, and I still haven't gotten out there. I tend to stay behind the mixer. I keep getting harassed by my customers why I'm not dancing, but yeah, I know where to call it out. I know how to get them started. One thing to stress everybody that, and being, Phil, like I said, within a year, I'm now 3 years, I managed to find online a cheat sheet of you see the El Paso and 6 different songs you can play the El Paso.
Right.
That's what one of the biggest things that I was looking for. You mentioned Copper Knob. I know Kick It. Kick It's more of a step sheet.
It is, and same with Copper Knob too.
And so is Copper Knob. Go into those 2 sites, you're going to learn the dance steps, but as a DJ, you need that.
See, like with the El Paso, you know it's a cha-cha. And, you know, depending on how fast you want to do it, you can go like from maybe Neon Moon to like 104, 105 beats per minute to a faster cha-cha, maybe 122 beats per minute. But, you know, nevertheless, it's a cha-cha, depending on how fast you want to make that El Paso.
Correct. But but there's tons.
There's
more
tons.
bands. I mean,
Yes.
you could say like somebody come up to you and say, "Can you play 5150?"
Right.
And are they going to do 5150, or are they going to do a 16-step, or are they going to do
Exactly.
As this is more to the DJs who are trying to get into this.
Exactly. The bigger the floor you have, the more range you have as a DJ to call a partner dance outside, a line dance inside. If you have a small floor, you don't want that to happen because you know they're going to crash into each other, and that's not going to be too good. And it does happen.
But is there something for them? I think anybody here who wants to start is not going to know that there's the Scottish, there's the El Paso, there's the country girl shake it, there's the drinking bone boogie, there's the hillbilly bone. They can hear all these names, but
exactly.
when a customer comes up and say, "Hey, can you play a 16-step?" The 16-step goes hard because there's so many of them.
Right, and it was basically a polka. It's a polka beat.
But is there anywhere online where?
Probably not.
No, that you can just go.
You know,
okay,
when I was doing some ballroom, we started getting involved in ballroom a couple of years ago, and I started scouring the internet, and then I started finding things with ballrooms, and then there are lists with ballroom, with cha-chas, and all kinds of songs you can do cha-chas, West Coast swings, and there is some country things into that. There may be something online if you want like West Coast swing country suggestions, and you might find a list of songs that they have. And that'll probably be the best thing for you to do.
Does the step sheet on Kick It offer?
It'll give you maybe one. It might give you one or two songs that you can do it. But
like that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, you know, I know now they came out with Cruise to go to Cruise.
Right.
I know, you know, a lot of the newer songs are creating dances. But I'm trying to get out of the usual same 5 songs for a shooter. Jeez, I'm playing, you know, I'm playing the same.
I mean, you know, since, you know, the whole thing is when I got in the country, like, you know, you know, when I got into it back, you know, at the El Torito days, you know, I really never, I was just a regular mobile club DJ. I never thought about, you know, cha-cha swings and things like that. It never entered my mind until I got involved in this and it really started. And where I was there and where I am now, knowledge is unbelievable because you got, if you really are into the country dance arena, you really have to start learning your swings, East Coast, West Coast, cha-chas, waltzes. And if you, once you can determine, and 2 steps, once you can determine that, you can start switching music around. You know, and like, for instance, you know, we were doing Stroke in the Stroke by Clarence Carter for years, and I just got so tired of it. Now I play Die Young, I play Gentleman, I play Gangnam Style. They're all got that beat that you can do stroke into, and I always change it up. It just makes the dance more exciting because it's not the same old thing, you know?
Yeah, but see, we do Swamp Thing in Gangnam Style. So it's like, how...
But there's a lot more music to that.
How will they know that? Is what I'm like trying to help these guys out who want to do it. How, like, if I didn't have my instructors, and we sit there, and we do Save a Horse to Moves Like Jagger, we, you know, like, we're trying to incorporate, like you said, new to old. How would they know? And I'm looking for more. I'm looking for new ones, you know, instead of sitting there and writing my brain down.
Like I said, there are lists because I have a printed out list, you know, when I went to the ballroom because I really wasn't sure because I had that extensive country background and I knew that the ballroom people didn't want country music. So, you know, and even though, you know, with swings in the city, when I was playing in New York City, you know, swing, I wasn't playing country swings. I was playing more R&B swing because they're just so much better to do a West Coast or an East Coast to an R&B swing than it is to a country. It just is. You know, it's just like I started generating lists. And then when I started to recognize the song, once I heard it, I knew what it was. It became, you know, really easy for me. But I really think that you have to go onto the internet and you have to start tracking down songs or what you could use for. If not, you can call us and we can help you out. Or we probably should create a list of things to help as a tutorial list for everybody trying to get involved into it. And that's probably the easiest thing I could say. Yeah, because there's no easy way of doing it. Like I said, if you want to go the easy way and go to the VFW and do a country-themed party and just play some country music and maybe hire a dance instructor, get somebody to work with you, yeah, it can work that way and have the dance instructor helping you.
I don't think we're trying to get an easy way to do anything.
No, there isn't.
I don't think that's what we're looking for.
No.
I think what we're looking for is that people know that sure that each and every one of us are creative. We'll go online and figure it out what song goes with it. Or you can say, hey, look, here's a 5 songs. Go find out what line that's, give us homework. Give us something to work. Because right now,
Oh, I know that.
don't really see anything to work with. I hear that the market's there, and you got to get into it, but I'm not seeing how I can get into it. I thought the class was to help us get into it, and I'm not being
No, I understand that.
I'm looking for a little more guidance to say, okay, first, this is what you need to do. It's 5 dances. Go home, do your homework. You got this dance, you got this dance, you got this dance, you got this dance. Take a look them up, and find out what songs go with them. Right. Or say, hey, there's 5 songs, there's line dances that go with them. Go online, take a look at it, learn how to do it, have somebody help you do it, whatever it may be. But there's something that you give you a push.
Go on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube
is very helpful. But again, the problem with YouTube is that so many people are doing different.
See, everybody.
So we need to know.
Boys around here is a big discrepancy on the island right now because there's Long Island bootmakers or
Right.
dance instructors.
Are you from Long Island?
Yeah, they created their own dance to it, and now there's some woman holding a cat doing Boys Around Here. She's
Right.
the only person on YouTube doing Boys Around Here. So now there's 2 groups trying to do Boys Around Here, fighting each other on the dance floor.
That is excellent. I mean, even a lot of our instructors will go to YouTube.
Have you heard about the soul line lessons?
No.
It's a whole line dance category. I think it's mostly African American. They're all songs, they're all line dances, same as country. You have to go the same way as you start listening, watching YouTube and learning steps. Some of them have step sheets, some of them don't, by the way. And there are some famous choreographers among them, and some famous choreographers among country. But it's the same thing, that's how they
Who would
started.
they be, the famous choreographers? Because just like this gentleman says, you go on YouTube, you got 40 different people doing a licky slide, and none of them doing it right.
That's what Alan's saying, because
See,
you go and
that's-
do your homework by going to
See, that-
clubs
yeah.
and dance events,
Which is
and
great.
watching and taking notes.
And I agree, and I'm going to drive to Connecticut, go see you guys. I'm going to be understand, I'm with this gentleman, I'm in Long Island, so I don't even know.
Okay,
We've been on the island many years.
See, the good thing is, the good thing is for tools, yes, YouTube is excellent. Also, anybody who's involved in this, like country dance music or country, it's good to start asking questions. Getting, like Bill, he just learned by coming to Coyote Maverick. I mean, if you want to become into the country dance community, there's a lot of things I can say. Yeah, you can go to YouTube, but then see, you're still in the dark. I can say, okay, go back and look up 1994, Boys Around Here, which also is Shaking the Sugar. There's different dances for that. I could say, go look up Boo Scoot and Boogie, which is an old dance. There's a lot of things that I can tell you, brand new stuff, to go look up. And they may not be doing that in your area.
Right.
So there is, so if, right. Okay. Like I said, there's 2 ways of going about it. You can just become the mobile DJ that goes out and does the country theme party, get paid, find a dance instructor to help you out because it will help you out, and you can make money that way. You can charge your normal price, add money for the dance instructor, throw a couple dollars in for yourself, and do it that way. You want to become into the country dance arena, I think you go Bill Murray's way. You start asking questions, showing up places, call people that are involved. They will help you out. Now, of course, there are people who won't help you out. I mean, because they don't want any more competition. But there are people like us who keep adding. I mean, I'm looking for country DJs now. I mean, we have 10 instructors now. Not only are instructors, they're not just country dance instructors, they're Irish dancers, they're Zumba instructors, and we have a rockhead from New York City. So, I mean, we can kind of like handle, they're all party starters, so we can actually hire anything, doing like that.
You have to be a DJ's shadow, basically. That's the only way to learn.
That's what I want. Just not knowing where to go, they handcuff you.
Alan, what's the club here in Jersey? Big one?
Colorado Cafe.
If you guys go on a Colorado Cafe, just like Kick It, the instructors from Colorado Cafe actually do their
Yeah.
They have an extensive list, but I'm going to say more northeast of our area.
Yeah, you can go to Cadillac Ranch in Southington, Connecticut, their website. You can go to Colorado Cafe and watch on New Jersey. You can see the dances that they're teaching and stuff like that. On their website, that will help you.
Yeah, they also sometimes refer to a song.
You had a question first.
I'm a wedding DJ, and like, whenever I meet with the bride, a lot of them will be like, hey, like my child, like, we love country and this and that. I play a country tune, and it just falls flat, and everybody leaves. Like, I don't understand how somebody can say they like country, but you play, like, I'll play boogie and like Copperhead Road and all that stuff, but nobody.
If they're young, they probably don't like that music. They'd rather be hearing Luke Bryan or Jason Aldean or Brad Paisley or something up to date, you know, Taylor Swift. You know, that's the whole thing. Is like today's society, like almost. And here's just for instance, this is a thing. Jason Aldean wrote a song called 1994. It's a tribute to Joe Diffie. Joe Diffie was a CB artist in the country era in the 1990s. He really never made superstar status, but still did a tribute about all his songs. They did a dance, Teach Me How to Diffie, not Teach Me How to Doogie, but Teach Me How to Diffie. And it's been taught all over. All of a sudden, Joe Diffie is now being called every place to do concerts. They just like resurrected his whole career because of Jason Aldean writing about him. So you have to ask your bride, what country music do you like? And go from there. And keep it modern stuff. Don't go back to like, unless they ask for it, keep it fresh.
Another question I got is like, on these dances, like, I don't listen to country music on my own. Like, when somebody asks me for a country song, I have like maybe 400.
Okay.
Like, I end up disappointing 95% too left.
Do you travel?
Do I travel? No, I'm just.
Do you write? Put on a country radio station, let it play. Let it play.
Or if not, go on the internet. Just
Whether you listen to it or you hear it, it'll be in your psyche.
Yeah,
Just
thanks
listen
for
to the radio.
what area are you from?
Like, I guess what I'm trying to.
Every area has
Where you
a
from?
city now back.
Yeah, it's great.
I teach in the Florida Panhandle, Panama City, Pensacola.
Okay, so you're from down, because there are country places like in Fort Lauderdale. And
Yeah, but like we have a lot of destination rides, so like
Yeah.
they come from all over.
Well, country's hot down there
Yeah,
in Florida.
yeah.
You got a lot of stations, yeah.
Like, what I'm just trying to say is like.
Keep it top 40 country, popular stuff. Go to Billboard, see what the top music is, and then you can check videos out on YouTube. Just keep it fresh and keep it new. Florida Georgia Line, very hot group. Just keep it cruise. You're not going to go wrong if you play like cruise and stuff like that.
Zach Brown.
And then just go out there.
Zach Brown.
Learn
Another,
chicken fry.
yeah, they'll love that.
And just learn to dance to those songs and figure it out.
You can find I'm sure you might be able to find dance instructors. Go looking for a dance instructor down there. Pick their brain. Maybe try to add that to your show. Like Brian says, you know, country. Would you like a dance instructor? I'll teach you dance. I'll throw a couple extra dollars in and we'll do it. Make it a lot of fun. That way you've already got the next step. The instructor makes money. You make a couple extra dollars. You can go from there. You had a question there, and then over here in the back there.
Had a couple, actually, if you don't
Okay.
mind. First off, about how much range would you pay the instructor in general?
If it's a country dance clubs really don't pay a tremendous amount of money. They can get paid from $50 to $75 to $100 at a country dance club.
4 hours?
If you're a 4-hour thing, I would be looking at least $200 for 4 hours, because they're going to be teaching more than 1 or 2 dances, and they're probably going to be reviewing and helping people out. It's almost like a party starter, what you're going to charge for a party starter. You know, kind of like think it's the same thing, except they're teaching a dance. So if you're doing a 4-hour party, I would throw at least a couple $100 into it. You know, I mean, I've heard of places paying up to $500 for dance instructors and things like that. Again, it depends on where the event is and how much money you think you can get out of it.
So are you taking them on as your cost to the total? Like, will the club pay you first, then you dish it out to them?
Yeah,
or
well, what I do is I usually charge one fee to the club, and then I pay my instructors. This way, the instructor's working for me. You know, I don't like, if I'm coming in a place, I usually like to control everything. It's like, so I'm paying the instructor works for me, not the club. You know, it's, I don't know, maybe it's paranoia, but I've been around too long. Too many things have gone south, so, you know, I'd rather keep everything in front of me.
And other than, like, getting a mechanical bull, are there any, like, you know, cheeky stuff you could throw in to generate
mechanical bull only works for a while. It wears off real fast.
Yeah.
It's good to have a bull night maybe once in a while, but on a weekly basis it will never work. We're not back to the urban cowboy days, and unlike the other thing, country music never generated anything after urban cowboy. The movie was there 2 weeks and it was done. So.
I don't know, I have to beg to differ on that one. We're in Pittsburgh, Saddle Ridge. People line up for that bull.
Yeah, maybe in Pittsburgh, but not here in the Northeast.
Every night of the week they're standing behind that bull.
Yeah, maybe once a month, but not in the Northeast.
No, they're standing behind that thing all night long.
Yeah,
And another thing, why not just find somebody good at one of the clubs? Say, hey, you want to make some extra money, help me out teaching people.
That's a good idea.
Huh? Then you don't have to, you know.
Have you done that? How much do you usually charge them or give them?
Oh, I haven't done it yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
I want to visualize, you know.
Okay.
You know, the instructor and the DJ should work hand in hand.
Know what they're doing.
You know what they're
Same
doing.
mass, yeah.
And again, as we said before,
during the week.
demographics, it's a whole kitty, you know. We're in the Northeast, and I even call Florida the same thing because of the tourist thing. But the Midwest, the West, and not only in the United States, we have choreographers that are being paid to go to England, China, Japan, Australia, all over the world to teach country line dancing.
So you get lucky anyway, right? Get them a couple drinks.
I mean, even back home, they're doing.
Yeah, it's just demographic. Everything changes a little bit.
Right, that's cool.
Pour some sugar on it.
I'll get to you.
Right.
But they do the other stuff.
No, the dance instructor gets it, and it's easier for them to have a headset, but a handheld mic is just as well. It's very tough to teach a partner dance with a handheld mic. Headset's a lot better. No, the instructor should have a mic when they're teaching so their customers can hear them. And they should also go to every single wall they're teaching so everybody gets a chance to see what they're doing, you know?
And that doesn't mean you cannot train your own instructors. I mean, no offense to all the instructors out there, but you could train. I mean, all my kids, I go with my kids, like 15 dance instructors, they all have some kind of dance background, music majors, West College, or some kind of, they understand that they can hear music and they can actually understand and read a section. That's all. You can start your own team and go along with that, learn with them together. And everybody wants to teach also, so they want to learn.
Okay, let me get that and then you.
Hi, I'm from Colorado. I live in the mountains, and country is huge there. And I do a lot of weddings too, like Wagon Wheel is not even really country per se, but that always gets people going.
No, it isn't, but it's now in country charts, and
Because
listen, Bon Jovi went to #1 too, so.
But my question is, where I get caught up, and I love country, but when someone comes up and says, I want a waltz or two-step, I don't know where to go, and when I look it up online, it's all old stuff. Is that like something that they don't really talk about in the younger generation now?
No, there's two-steps and there's waltzes. You know, a waltz is a waltz if you can distinguish what a waltz is, or, again, if you know what a foxtrot is, but if you don't, then you're going to have to start, again, you have to look it up, and they might give you an old song, which is a two-step. Check out the beats per minute, try to match something, and then just listen to the tempo and see what it is, because the two-step will be quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow. And so, you know, I guess there are different two-steps. There's a Texas two-step, and then there's triple two-steps, and then there's a two-step. But I know you might get a little confused, but if you can get an old song and they give you something, they give you maybe a two-step like 176 beats per minute. Try to match it up, listen to it, and then try to see the tempo of the song. That'll probably be the best way to help you if you can't get any information, or call somebody that's doing it and ask them. Let me get over here. I know you get asked.
Thank you guys so much for everything. Do you have more things to deliver? I know we kind of did over your time.
Yeah, no, it's like, not really. If anybody has any questions, I want to end it. I don't know if there's another class here, but I'll be happy to answer any questions.
If I can interject two things that may help everyone as well. My name is Mark, I'm president of the American Disc Jockey Association, chapter in upstate New York, Adirondack, Albany region. Someone had mentioned wedding. I'm a wedding DJ, and how can I incorporate this? If you're not using Chartbuster, it's just one other remix service that's out there. I'm seeing now they're kicking out the full-length remixes of country songs. Right?
People don't like them. Don't like them.
Maybe not your market, but it's just another nugget if you want to try that. It's beautiful intros and outros. As a club DJ, I mean, we do mostly weddings, but I'm a nightclub style DJ. It's very hard for me to want to play a country song. How the hell do I start it? How do I do it? It's there. The other thing I recently did, which is an idea for everyone, is I found the top-notch country band in my area, in my region, the #1 country band. They are a nightclub, a bar band. They don't do weddings. But how many people want them for their wedding? Sat down with them, I made a relationship with them. How can I sell you? Because what don't they do? They don't MC. They don't do the dinner music. So in just a month's time, 3 weddings booked, and I've had 2 or 3 calls just this last week long. I want to start doing this. So it might be another source of information or a way for you guys to get into that country market as a wedding DJ, where now you don't necessarily have to worry about some of the country stuff. The band's playing that, it's got to work. Just another where you're awesome stuff.
You know, Marco Club Connections out in Nashville, they have a couple remixes that they've sent to, the country DJs. Yeah, Country Club Connection used to do a ton of them, but they're no longer around with Marco Club. And that's really what they need is more remixes, or club mixes for country songs. It really would help out because radio, whatever I can get my hands on. But I also belong to the Marco Club Connection, so I do get remixes, and some of the remixes have been used for country dances, which really help because the regular radio edit is too slow, and if they speed it up and make it's a whole different song, Like I got my game on my Trace Atkins. If you listen to the radio edit and then you listen to the mix, completely almost different song. It's so much better. But it would help if we got more. It really would. So I wish somebody really would pick up a lot of it and do it, because there's a lot of good music out there. I think I got to stop, but why don't you come on up and I'll be happy to answer any questions, okay? If anybody has any questions, come on up and we'll